All right, let me do this too. All right, all right. All right, I'd like to welcome you guys to the Yereq team call. This is a call that we put together. Some of the leaders have put together to keep everybody informed and on the same page. My name is Brian Frazier. I'd like to welcome you. I'm glad you guys could come this evening. We normally had this call on a Wednesday night, but we changed it on a Thursday. Um, just so we could, have the time that we needed to go through whatever we need to go through, and not be rushed because of the corporate call and everything. Um, but uh, First of all, I just want to say I really appreciate you guys hanging in there through some of the glitches that the company is having, and having to go through the process that we have to go through. Sometimes it could be a little frustrating, and I share in some of that frustration as well. and and so as we're waiting for the corporate staff to get done what they need to get done. We just encourage you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Try to help as many of your team, um, and the people that you refer. Help them as much as you possibly can, because this is a team effort. What we're doing here, and no matter whose team you're on, no matter who referred you, we're all in this together. Okay, that's the unique thing about what Yereq is putting together here. All right, this is you know I know we have some of the same concepts and aspects of networking and MLM, but I think Yereq takes it to another level. Okay, we're a little more than just a networking and another MLM. We're a little bit above that. I think we're kind of breaking the mold of what that is now, and so we have to come with it with a different mindset, so to speak. And so Um, and in any startup, of course, a lot of you probably know, in any startup, any company that's in a pre-launch, we're going to go through these little glitches and these little mishaps and miscues and uh, uh, different things that go on that we have to work these glitches out. And a lot of that is done through the corporate staff trying to get everything together. And so we just have to be patient with them, let them do what they need to do to get everything lined up and straight for us to be able to utilize what we need to utilize to move forward. And so, I think our focus is just trying to stay even keeled as much as we possibly can. And so we can get through this process and get to the point where we need to be and help the corporate as much as we can in what we do. And that is to help everybody come along through this process and get them to understand that this is still pre-launch and we're going to have little hiccups. Get people to be mindful of those things. And so they won't get so frustrated if they know it ahead of time. So, that's what we're here for. We're, whether we wanted to admit it or not, we are all leaders here. And if you brought just one person, if you just referred one person, then you're a leader. Okay. And if you're a leader, you brought somebody in, then the best thing that you can do as a leader is lead by example, right? And so as long as you keep an even keel, as long as you don't get too frustrated, then the people that you refer, they'll watch you, right? And they'll follow what you do. And so, we try to keep everybody abreast as much as we can, and keep the flow of information happening as much as we can, because we're all in this together. Okay, if you make money, we all make money. That's what this is all about, because we are founders. This is the first time that I've ever been involved with a company that I was actually part owner of. Okay, given an opportunity to be a part owner of. So that kind of changes the mentality here. Right? When you're a part owner of something, it switches the whole mentality, because we're used to corporations, you know, um, getting rich off of what we do, right? Well, now we all get rich off of what we do. Okay, that's what this is all about. So it's a whole different dynamic. So it comes with a whole different mindset. So I hope everybody understands that. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through all of these glitches. We're going to get everything in the right place. Um, uh, Everybody's going to learn what to do and teach each other. And we're going to move forward this, and we're going to take this company to a whole nother level. All right. Supposedly we're supposed to be launching on May the 1st. And with that in mind, we want to work towards that. We want to help them to work towards that. So by when May 1st comes, then we can really branch out here and go do what needs to be done, and take part in everything that the company has to offer. And it's going to benefit everybody. So I hope that everybody's ready for that. The frustration is going to happen, but we got to get through that. We got to get through that and forge ahead, because the opportunity here and the potential of what we have is just too great to miss out on because of frustration or misunderstandings. So understand that. So what I want to do real quick, um, because I know on the corporate calls, is they have little short presentations. Sometimes people don't quite understand um, the aspect of how the money is made in Yereq. They haven't really gone over that part. And so what I wanted to do, and what I've done previously, is I just want to just quickly touch on uh, how the comp plan works. Okay, how the structure works in the comp plan, just a little bit, just to touch on it for those that really don't understand it yet or may not have seen it, because they really don't go over it on the corporate on the corporate calls. And I just wanted to touch on it just to give you a taste, because so you understand, we focus on the charging stations, which is great, okay, because I mean that is wide open. That's what makes this a $1 trillion industry, because we're going to be involved in helping to build the infrastructure for these electric cars. And that's going to be a big task. And that's a lot of money involved in that. Okay. And so people are going to make a lot of money in that as well. But not to mention, we also have the electric savers. We have the routers that are going to be coming out, okay, that people can pre-order right now. And we have the home charging stations as well. And then there's other stuff that's probably coming out that we don't even know anything about yet. Okay. But we also have the media package. This is the $99 that we're paying for. Okay. And then the 997 for the annual. All right. And so those media packages is an actual product. That's something that we utilize. This is where we're going to learn how to set up our own commercial campaigns and send out these commercials, okay, driving people to our affiliate websites, all right? And those people will be able to take part in the products that we have on those sites. And so what we're actually doing is we're um, advertising the company's name, okay? We're putting the company's name out there. And that's the whole key to this whole thing. This is how Yereq is going to become a household word, because all of us will be advertising the Yereq commercials on TV, on live streaming, on social media, on mobile products, okay, for $99 a month. Okay, this is something I have never heard of. I don't know about you. I ain't never heard about that. I have never heard of a company allowing you to have commercials, much less advertise on a monthly basis, right? So this is a whole different take on being in business as well. Right? This is something that we have to wrap our minds around as well. Right? So all of this is new, and we're going to learn how to do that. We're going to be setting up our own advertising campaigns. And then also you'll be able to sell these media packages to other businesses as well, which creates what? A residual income, a residual income. And so this is what I wanted. This is why I want to go over the comp plan, because I think some people miss it because we talk about the charging stations and the electric saver and the router and everything. And I think some people miss it. So that's why I want to just briefly touch on it real quick about the comp plan. Now, let me see if I can bring this up real quick. All right, there we go. Now, let me know if you can see my screen. I want to make sure I'm doing this properly. If you can put a type of 1 in the chat, let me know if you can see the screen. If you see my screen. Everybody see my screen? Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now this is a slide that I took early on when Mr. Rustin was going over how the revenue comes in to the company, which I think is very important to understand, especially as founders. Okay, and the breakdown of how the revenue comes in. I don't know if everybody knows this part or understands this part, but understand we have we earn 55% of the net commissions. This is what comes to us. Okay, this comes 55% of all the revenue that comes in goes into the commissions. All right, so in this example on this slide, if there's 2,000 licenses sold, okay, that say it brings in $1 million in revenue, 55% of that revenue goes into commissions. And that within itself is above and beyond what most companies will do. Just that portion right there, 55% to commissions. That's unbelievable. And so out of that 1 million, that's $550,000 going towards commissions. Now, how's the commissions broke down? Commissions are broke down where each member who makes a direct sale gets 20% commission on anything that they sell, right? 20% direct commission. So out of that 55%, that's 200,000 in commission on $1 million worth of revenue. Now, the other part is 35% of the commissions is going to pay in the team revenue. Okay, that's in the comp plan. 35% goes into the team revenue. That's $350,000 out of a total of $1 million in revenue. So that's the breakdown of the 55%. That's important to understand. All right. So now, and then you have software and hardware, that's 300,000 that goes into the software and hardware out of all the products that's being sold. And then out of this is the last 15%, which goes towards the overhead. Now, this is another important factor. In this overhead, which is the part of what the company uses to run the company, part of this goes into the profit sharing pool, which all the founders will be participating in. So understand, anything that's being sold, we as founders take part in that, no matter who did it. So even though there's direct commissions, people making money in direct commissions, and commissions are being paid out in the revenue pool, I mean in the team revenue through the comp plan, but we also get paid in the profit sharing pool. All right. So people know that everybody focuses on the profit sharing pool, but this part right here is what people are missing out on. All right. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me go back here real quick and bring this one up. Now, let me blow this up a little bit. See if I can do this. All right, there we go. So now, real quick, show you what's happening here. See, anytime that you make a sale, you're going to get 20% commission, right? So we've established that. But now, we have teams, right? People have referred people who have referred people who have referred people. And so if you understand comp plans, we get an override 5 levels deep on our teams. So now, so that means if you bring in 5 people, who bring in 5 people, who bring in 5 people, 5 levels deep, you're making commission on the $99 media package. Okay. This is residual income. So that means on your first level, okay, on your first level, if these first level people, these people on your first level make a sale, you get an override of 20% of whatever they do. Does that make sense? That's your first level. That's your first level override, 20% on whatever they do. This is part of the 35% team revenue. Remember, anything that you do yourself, you get a 20% commission. Anything on your first level, you get a 20% commission. That's right. You heard me right. You get a 20% override on the commission. That makes sense? So when you get 5 people on your first level and they sell something, guess what? That's $99 a month. just on the $99 media package. All right. If they bring in 5 people and they sell something, guess what? You get 5%. That's $123 on your second level, just on those 25 people. You got 5 people that brought in 25, they made a sale. You guess what? That's 5%, that's $123. On the third level, that's 125 people. This is 5 people getting 5 people getting 5 people, 5 levels deep. On the third level, that's 125 people. They make a sale on a $99 media package, you get 3% override. That's $371. On the fourth level, that's 625 people. They each make a sale. That's 2%. You're making $1,237. On the fifth level, that's 3,125 people. That's 5%. You're going to make $15,468. That's 5 levels of team revenue, 35% override, right? 5 people getting 5 people getting 5 people, 5 levels deep on your team. Do you realize that that's residual income of over $17,000 a month? And we're not even talking about selling a charger. We're not talking about selling a router. We're not talking about selling an electricity saver, a home charger. Okay, we're not talking, licensing for a charger. We're just talking about the $99 media package. I'm just trying to give a perspective of what we got our hands on here and the potential of what we have. I hope you guys see this. See, this is the reason why you want to build teams. This is where your initial revenue is going to come to. Your initial income is going to come from building your teams. Okay. Everybody having a media package, advertising the Yereq name, promoting the Yereq name, branding the Yereq name, and driving traffic to all of our sites. This is a little different ball game here. We kind of got to switch our mindsets of what's going on with this company. Okay, we got to understand that. So I just wanted to point that out. I didn't want to go over, belabor it too much, but I just wanted to point that out. I hope everybody can kind of see this. It's very simple. They made this very, very simple. 20% direct commission, 35% overrides. Starting from 20% on the first level, 5% on the second, 3% on the third, 2% on the fourth, and 5% on the fifth level. Okay. Very, very simple plan. Okay. That can generate a very, very handsome income. All right. So I hope you guys see that. I hope you understood that real quick. So now what I want to do is I want to switch up real quick, and I want to bring up see where I see it. Miss Arveldia. Well, I'm gonna open you up, Arveldia. Go ahead and unmute. Arveldia is our team leader. She's our upline that brought us in for our team, and she's been very, very instrumental to me and Dwayne. Can you unmute, Arveldia? Are you able to unmute?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
there
I
you
am
go. There
here.
you go.
Yes.
Yes, and I just want to bring her up. She has been very, very instrumental on everything that we've been doing. Me and Dwayne's been doing, and helping us get the right information out to you guys, and keeping us straight and everything. And she is a good leader. She's very informative, and she's got our backs. She's had our back from day one, and I really appreciate her for that. So I just wanted her to come up and speak to everybody and give her perspective on everything that's going on. And Arvelia, you got the floor.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow. I will truly say, Brian, that this is, I mean, what you just did in all but 25 minutes. It's more, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, in my spirit. I have just captured, energetically speaking, with everything that you've just done, everything that's been needed. And I am so grateful to have you to be the leader that you are, along with Dwayne, and having the Zooms that you have been having and putting up on YouTube, which you'll be able to share that with everyone to make sure that they know where that is or to
Yes.
find it. It's such a tremendous, tremendous blessing to have you doing what you're doing. So my understanding is that this has been going on for a moment on Wednesdays, or that's been the plan. I did inquire about our hosting this on Thursday, primarily with the request of another one of the members or one of our partners. Everybody here is a partner. Everybody's a business owner, now called a preferred dealer, but we're all owners and partners, and much, much better than the term crime. I do love the fact that we've got 50 on this channel right now at this moment. I would hope that next week we're able to have 200 plus. I would really like to see 500 to hit that number. I understand that we're having our regular meetings, the corporate division, they're having the regular meetings Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, same time, same bat channel. What these guys are doing and what I and a number of other leaders have talked about is collaborating. This is what this is really all about. What I inquired about, instead of our having all of these different little sub meetings going on, if we could get together and galvanize our energies and support one another, doesn't matter, like Brian mentioned, it doesn't matter who you're direct to, it doesn't matter what team you're on, it doesn't matter what organization, we're all one when it comes down to it. We're all a part of the Yereq umbrella. And when you have somebody, a leader that's as strong and as powerful as Brian is with his presentation here, it's short, it's simple, it's sweet. But at the same time, it encompasses everything that you really need to know. And where we're at right now today, with everything that's happening within Yereq, within the overall frame of what's happening with the changes, leadership changes, it's no matter what, guys, the company's moving forward with or without us in the end. We want to find our place and our standing, and we want to stand strong. So no matter what happens, the best thing that you can do for yourself and for others is to stand strong. And as Brian mentioned, to be that leader, to put out, to project that energy that's needed, because people are watching, they're listening, and they're following in your footsteps. So as long as you can understand that there are changes, there are hiccups, they're minor, they're major, okay? And we've all experienced it. So Transparency is key. That's one of the most critical, most crucial things that you got to put out is absolute transparency. You got to be truthful. If you do these things on the front end, don't be afraid of people being afraid and not coming forward with you. Be afraid of not being transparent and then people running in the other direction because they feel like they've been bamboozled, and that's not necessary. So if we tell people what they need to hear on the front end, help them to understand this is a bigger picture. This is what's happening. This is the industry. This is the product, the product line. This is what the company's putting out right now. This is where we're at. This is our role. This is the opportunity. This is what's happening on the other side. There are these little glitches, minors, majors. It's there, it's happening. It happens with every company that develops. Every company that's successful, they've gone through it. They've gone through the ringer. For those that have stood and stood strong, then they won in the end. It's that simple. You only lose if you give up, if you stop and you go in the other direction. You never get to the finish line, no matter what's happening, no matter what is happening. And I'll be a testament to this. You got to love even more. You got to love even more. And you got to keep your eye on the prize, and you got to keep going forward no matter what, and only put out what you would have others to put out for you. So in the end, we want to make sure that we're staying together and that we're stuck like glue, and we want to support each other. And we want to make sure that we put this information out, keep it simple, keep it short, keep it sweet. And at the same time, just be transparent and let people know that we're going through it, but you want to get on board and you want to go through it with us. And that's basically what it really boils down to. So if it takes the next week, the next month, the next 2 or 3 months, it's okay. Hang in there, keep doing your part. Don't give up. Don't stop paying for your 99 at the very least. If you're bringing people in and it's covering your 99, great. That's even better. So just do what you can and keep bringing people to this Zoom. Keep bringing people to the corporate Zoom. That's critical. That's very important. But make sure that you do join in on the Zooms that we're putting together here. And if you want to be a part of, and you want to bring your people, that's great. We need to do this. We need to do it together. And I think that we'll be able to transform this industry like no other network group. We are a network group. You know, they want us to get away from the term network marketing, MLMs. Well, we all know that every company out there has a head, and then they have the other levels following. So no matter what, you know, we just want to win, and we want the company to win. And we want to make sure that the right leadership is brought forth. So, and we want to support the leadership that's there, whether we agree or we disagree. We want to support what's there, and we want to help to bring that right energy forward so that we're able to continue to help to uplift what they're doing. And we want to put out there what we can and to continue to improve from there. So with that said, Brian, I'm going to get out of the way. I have noticed Queen D, she's on.
Yes,
And
yes.
thank you, Queen D, for getting on here. We do want you, I would love for you to have a word or two. Give us your thoughts. Anybody else out there? But we do want to open this up to some Q&As as well.
Yeah, we're gonna
But
get
Queen
to
D,
some.
would you go ahead and come forth?
Yeah, hold on, Queen D, if you can, just raise your hand real quick so I can find you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There we go. All right. See if you can unmute. Let's see.
All
There you
right.
go. Got you.
Yes, thank you for having me on the call. Really appreciate it. This has lightened my team up a lot. You know, so I'm really excited to be here, willing to work with our teams, you know, together, trying to manifest the dream that is unfolding. And so with that being said, I've done a lot of things in the background, you know, with working with my team, and some inputs that I would like to add is this. Some of my team already knows about the PDF and information with the products and services that they have. I want to make sure that everybody is aware that y'all need to download that, print that out, make sure that you guys have that information for your boots on the ground. Is what I say, because we're talking about going public here, and we want everybody to know what year it is and what we're doing here with the EV charging business. So in order for you to do that, you guys have to be out here putting work on on the ground. So the information that we have provided for our team, we provided the PDFs that was given to us from, you know, corporate, the 53-page PDF, the 4-page PDF that we had when we went to Las Vegas event, that flyer. So we went on and printed that out. I made a couple of videos explaining where to go to get these things printed out so that you guys can be able to utilize it. We have a powerful company here, ladies and gentlemen, and no matter what circumstances we are, we're all here to win it. And we're all here to thrive and be able to grow this company to the masses. Everybody that's living in different states, okay, should have at least 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, 15 EV charging stations in their area from Yereq Geo. That's the goal that I'm trying to get. And that's the goal that I'm hoping to see you guys do as well. You know, we want to make sure that we have leaderships, even trainings in our own areas as well. We was talking about virtual offices. That's going to be still in place too. So trust the process. Ladies and gentlemen, we got something really powerful here. This is nothing like we ever seen in my history of network marketing, in my history of doing business altogether. And I've been in the business for 20 years, since I was 18 years old, selling lotions, door-to-door sales, all the way up until I was introduced to where we are right now. So life and the experiences have changed, but we have something really here that is going to bring in generational wealth. I'll hand the mic back over to you, Brian. And thank you, RV, for having me on the call. Really appreciate it.
All right, all right. Thank you, D. Thank you. I really appreciate that too, because yeah, everything you said is spot on. You know, this is a whole different ball game now, whole different ball game than what most people are used to. And so we gotta give ourselves times to wrap our heads around what we have our hands on, because most people don't really understand the scope of what this Yereq can turn into. Okay. And so I hope that you know, gather what you need to gather throughout the time that we're moving forward towards the launch, because it's a lot of information here. Okay. And it can get overwhelming. And so, you know, just pick up what you can and let's do what you can, because there's enough out here for everybody. And the main thing is that if everybody gets some, everybody make money, guess what? We all make money. Whatever you do helps me. Whatever I do helps you. That's the difference. That's what we haven't seen before. Okay. This is a powerful, powerful concept. And I hope everybody gets the gist of it. So now what we want to do real quick is bring people up for any questions that you may have. RV, if you can, be on standby for any questions. Also, YouTube, Miss Queen D, if you could be on hand as well for any questions that come up that we have that I can't answer. I would appreciate it. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me unmute you first, and just RV, if you would just stay. Let me see. Yeah, Queen D, just mute yourself and stay unmuted. Okay, just in case you can answer a question, and then I want to bring RV back up real quick. Let me find her. Okay, here we go. Yeah, RV, if you could just unmute yourself and just be, you know,
Yes.
open. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go to Alan Mendez. Come on up, Alan. Let me get you muted, get you unmuted here. Go ahead. Come on up, Alan.
All right, good.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good. Well, I live in Belize, right? Let me lower my hand. Sorry. I live in Belize. I don't know if you
Okay.
know where Belize is, but it's right under the US.
Right.
And our government is we're just getting into the place where we're beginning with this electric way of living, right? With
Okay.
this concept.
Right.
And I wanted to introduce this to our minister, right?
Okay.
Because our electricity company is they're looking for a charging solution because they are the ones that gonna head the project, the electrification of the country, of using electric buses and electric cars and all of that, right? So what I was asked, two things. I saw in the chats and the groups that they sent a document that your site has to be inspected and all of that. But how would that work for international customers like us?
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
that works. Okay, Alan, can I speak?
yes, ma'am. Please
All
do.
right.
That works the same way. We're no different than anybody else. US citizens is different. We're no different. This is an international company. So the documents that you send, the documents that you have is the documents that you will send out to your people. But also, lady, let me tell you this too, that when you send that document out, they will fill out the form, they will come and sightsee, or they'll have the people that is in that area to come and sightsee. So it's neither here or there. That can be done. It's a $350 processing fee, but that fee does not come out. You don't pay that fee right up front. So the main thing is getting the document in. You find a contractor or you find a business that really is interested in it, give them that document so they can get the ball rolling. That's the key term, is getting that document over and sending it to the
What
commercial lending loan department, the
no,
email that I've sent out.
we wouldn't want, I mean, if it's the government I'm talking about, they wouldn't want a loan. They just want
No.
they would just buy the stations, right?
Okay,
But
well, it's not a loan, is what I was saying. The 350 is the fee to see the site.
yeah, what
The
I'm asking is
but
that
that would be
company is in
included
the
in all.
US. Would they
Go
send
ahead.
somebody to Belize to inspect it?
Say that again.
That company that you're talking about that will do the inspection is in the US, right?
We're global, so
So
wherever the
somebody will
location
inspect it
is.
in Belize?
Say that again.
Somebody will inspect it in Belize?
Yes, I believe so. RV, do you know that?
Okay, so basically, yeah, then we're gonna have to check as far as Belize is concerned.
No worries.
So
No worries. I will
what
make
you're gonna
sure.
want to do, what you're gonna want to do, yeah, what you're gonna want to do, and I was just typing it in the chat. You want to send an email to commercial EV support at yereqgeo.com. So make sure that you copy that. That's on the list. It's on the list of emails for the different departments related to the different subject matters and such. So
And
you send an
Alan,
email
also,
there
that's
and
been
you'll
shared in the
inquire.
group too.
I did send an
Yes,
email to
great. So,
about 2 weeks ago.
okay, okay, okay. And who's your upline, or who's the person that sponsored
Bitcoin,
you?
Bitcoin Queen.
Okay, all right.
Bitcoin Queen.
So yeah. D is Bitcoin Queen, or Brian, is Bitcoin Queen associated directly through either one of you?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
she's associated with us.
Okay, great.
Okay,
We'll
okay, good
take
deal.
it.
I know the name.
Yeah,
Okay,
Latoya
yes.
Tablet is
So, yes, yeah, Queen,
Well,
if you could follow
you
up
know,
maybe with Dana on that, she could get directly with
we'll get it all
Cynthia
sorted out,
King.
because we wasn't
Yes,
aware, and I wasn't aware that he sent an email to them 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that's no worries. I'm glad that he came up and asked, because I will get this sorted out.
yes,
I
yes.
mean, it's no problem. We'll get it sorted out.
because what the email said was
Mendez.
somebody to assist because I wanted to speak to the minister, right? And I'm not sure, like, if they request a meeting, I don't want to be going in a meeting alone. I wanted like a Zoom meeting with somebody from corporate or somebody there. You understand me?
Yeah, everybody's that we already know that, as far as the corporate, corporate will be on a Zoom call with your people. So this will be, it's already organized and everything. So we're just going to get you sorted out, as far as where, you sent the email out and it didn't get replied to. So you will get a message from me directly.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
And one more thing. There's a company here, a little company that rents electric bikes, right? I wanted to approach them and ask them how do they charge their bikes, or if they, I think they have to have a charging station if they rent electric bikes already, right? Those bikes come with charging stations, or you wouldn't know?
That is a good question. That's a new one that I've not heard
Because
of just
the
yet.
chargers
However, there
selling-
are different types of charging stations
Yeah,
related. So that would be when Queen D inquires about the correspondence related, and to make sure that the proper connections are made there for communications to commence. That question can also be addressed as well. So Francine Freeman is saying, yes, they do. So Francine has got some insight there.
yeah, because the chargers that I
Yes.
see you guys are advertising are for cars, but I don't know if they have for bikes as well, or it's the same thing. Or
Yes,
know.
yes, it is.
Right,
They have
and
have
well-
several different types of chargers, and so I'm sure they have chargers for bikes as well as smaller vehicles. So yeah, I've seen they have
Because
a document
if
that
they
has a bunch of chargers that they
Okay,
sell.
but even if they have a charger, my pitch to them could be that they don't get paid from that charger, right? They will get paid if
There
they
you
charge
go.
the
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right?
whoever purchased that charger will be making money from that charger.
Exactly. Right now, with whatever charger they're using, they're not getting any extra money.
Right. Well, there it is. There it
Yeah.
is. That's your pitch.
And yeah.
Right.
And
The-
as you
the-
Now, Alan, one thing I like to that I would like to address with that, Alan, is that, and everyone else, any other company or any other manufacturer or any other group of brokers or what have you that are getting these charging stations put out that's outside of Yereq, we can still service those unit owners with advertisement. We can draw traffic to their locations where the other companies may not be providing that particular feature. That's another big feature of Yereq, is that they can get advertising, they can get direct traffic being sent to their location through our Yereq media piece and the
Yeah.
app itself. So,
Okay.
okay?
Well, I'll wait for a response then.
All
Through the
right.
email.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Alan. Thank you. All right. We got Dan. Come on up, Dan.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to thank you for having this meeting on Thursday night as opposed to Wednesday night, because that gives us a chance not to rush so much.
Yes,
That's
sir.
number one. Yeah, that's very important, and I appreciate you doing it. This is my favorite call of the week, by the way. And what I want to do is one of my directs, he ordered a router about a month and a half ago and still hasn't received it. Is there any follow-up on that?
Yeah, I'm waiting on mine too.
Okay.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are all pre-orders. These routers, the electricity savers, they're all pre-orders. So they'll be letting us know when they're getting ready to ship them out. Make sure you send a support ticket or email to support and to let them know that you did order a router, and they will let you know when those routers are ready to go out. Okay, they'll
good.
notify you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know he's already done that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, then you're in line to be notified then.
Okay, the next question is, anybody that upgrades to the 997 package, does our sponsor receive a commission for that?
Yeah, that's part of the override.
Okay, so that's a 20%?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. Now, for those of us that can't afford the 997, will Sequoia lending finance that part?
That I don't know about. You probably would have to ask Sequoia if that, but here's the thing about Sequoia. Sequoia is only dealing in commercial lending. Okay, commercial lending. Right. And so you would, if you have an LLC, that may be a different story. If you have an LLC, then they can work with you. But just as an individual, no. That's mostly commercial lending. Does that make sense? Now, from my understanding, the payment processor that's being used, okay, they have a payment plan that you can get on. So if you click the payment portion and go through, I forgot the name of the processor, but it shows you the name. And if you click on that, they break down the payments for any of the products that you order. Okay.
Okay.
And so you
Okay,
can
well-
go through them. I don't know what they charge, but they give you the shop. Is it Shopway? Thank you, Miss Miles. Shopway. I think it's Shopway or Shop Pay. I think it's Shop Pay. And they have a payment plan that you can get on. That's through them. That's not with Yereq. That's the payment processor.
Right. Okay. Okay. So the next question is, I have another direct on the line that he wants to buy a house and he wants to go through. He's waiting for the VA to approve that he can get a house. And will he be able? What's the difference between that and the advantage of going through Sequoia? Because I mentioned going through Sequoia versus going through like a bank or something like that. And I didn't know if they would do anything like that or not.
I don't know. Get with Sequoia because I think Sequoia is only dealing in commercial lending. So you would have to be a business, a LLC, okay, in order to get any funding through Sequoia. All right. So Sequoia, I don't think Sequoia does home mortgages. The only thing that they deal with as far as your home is they have what is called the equity share program that they have, and that's about it. Okay, it's not an equity loan, but it's an equity share with investors, and they will invest in your home. Right, but that's a different product. But you can get with Sequoia or get with your referrer if he's in Sequoia, or just go upline of anybody that's in Sequoia as an agent, and they can explain that to you. Okay, we might go over that on one of these calls one day.
Okay. Okay. Next question is that I know that I think tomorrow night, aren't they going to be in Las Vegas tomorrow night already? Well, I understand that. I think that's what Marcus said. They're going to be there tomorrow night or something, because I didn't think it was like March the 1st or 2nd. But anyway, all this training that they're providing on these products, will we have videos where we'll be able to get this information ourselves? Because
as far
Las Vegas.
As far as the training in Vegas, I don't know if they're going to make videos of that or live stream it. I don't know. So I'll know when I get there. I know I'm going to Vegas, but I don't know if they're going to live stream it. I have no idea. RV, do you know anything in reference to that? I'm gonna open you back up.
I do not, Brian. So that's going to be a question to be posed to support. And Dana would be probably, and Queen, you could check with Dana to find out if she could get word maybe from Maura on that to see if it's a part of the present setup plan for.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me open up Queen D for a second. See if she got her hand up.
Okay, so just to be clear here with Sequoia Linden, the commercial for the commercials, that is available for all Canadians. The Canadians is pretty much can only get the commercials. For the rest, for the US citizens, they can get all the different loans, and it will be better to have an LLC, as you stated. It will be, the loan will probably get approved more for whatever loan you purchase through an LLC versus you personally trying to get the loan and have it underneath your name, because the protection has to stay in place for any loans in case something was to happen. Mr. Wu went over that last night. In case something was to happen and you don't want the company to come back and sue you personally, it will be all under the LLC, which will be protected. Right. So just so that everybody knows. So you guys from the United States, citizens that are all citizens of the United States, can apply for the equipment lending, which the equipment lending is referred to the EV charging stations. That's part of the equipment lending. So with that, so to make sure that you guys are aware, y'all can actually qualify for all the other lending projects that they have too. So it is it's a list of them. And then the way you access that is if you're in a part of Sequoia, all you will have to do is log in your back office to go to the product section, and you could see the forms right there to fill out.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, D.
Okay.
All right, all right. Thank you, Dan. All right, so we got, let's bring Venus up. Come on up, Venus.
Yeah, my question was, the product information that she was talking about earlier, where can I find that?
In the back office, you talking about Sequoia?
No, the product information from when I was in Las Vegas for the training, and you know, on the EV stations and stuff like that. You someone was talking about it.
Okay, are you talking about the PDF, or are you talking about?
Yeah, the PDF.
Okay, yes. So the PDFs. Now I don't know who's your sponsor, or if you in, I don't know whose group you're in and everything, but we do have those PDFs available.
Okay, yeah, I'm with Dwayne and Brian.
Okay, yeah, we'll get that for you, Venus. We'll get that and get it out to everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my only question. Thanks.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah,
If
we'll get.
RV, if you need those information, I can make sure you get it.
Yeah, make sure you get that to RV if you can, and then that way she can filter it down to me and Dwayne, and we can get it out to others.
Okay, cool.
I appreciate that.
I'm on it. No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go to Stephen. Come on up, Stephen.
Yes, I've been getting some questions from a few people that want to know where are the devices, where are the chargers made?
They have companies right here in the United States. I think they got one in Atlanta.
Yes, it is Atlanta, Electrify EVSE. That is one of the manufacturers. That is the manufacturers in the United States that is going to be making those EV stations. Now the other company is Real Cause. That's another company I believe that will be manufacturing, and also the Real Cause solution to, setting the EV charger stations on its own power grid.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Steve. All right, so now we got Jalen. Come on up, Jalen.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for taking questions on this evening.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a couple of questions. The first question has to do with the media package, because I have a gentleman that's a radio producer and all of these sorts of things, and he was very interested specifically in being able to advertise his own 30-second advertisement, as we were shared with, that they would be able to do. I've been reaching out for a few weeks, and I still have not received any instructions on how they can do that. And that's what they paid for.
Yeah, well, that's coming. They haven't done any training on that. Matter of fact, they're doing training on that in March in Vegas. But you will be getting training on that. Until you get the training, what they're doing is they're sending out the commercials that they already have lined up on your behalf. That's why before the end of the month, you want to make sure that you send in your name, your email and phone number, and your zip code that you want your commercials to be shown in, and they send those out in that zip code. All right, and then if you don't send in a zip code, then they will choose a zip code, preferably in California, because that's where the biggest EV footprint is, in California. So they get a lot of traffic out there, and they'll pick a zip code in California to send out your commercials that you pay for. Now, the unfortunate part is we have no way of monitoring that right now because we don't have the campaigns in our media back office. But once we get the training on the media back office, we'll be doing our own media campaigns, okay? And we'll know exactly how to do that. So until that happens, they send it out for us.
Yes, but my question was, we were told that people would be able to create their own 30-second
Yes, you will.
advertisement,
You
not
will.
for their own companies.
Yes, you will. You
And
can.
so, yeah, so that's what they paid for. So now I'm hearing that they have to wait, even though that's what they paid for. So I just need to
Yeah.
be able to know how to respond to people that just want to advertise for their own companies, not
Right.
Yereq.
Okay, well, let me say this. Let me say this. Right now, the media packages that you're getting right now is for Yereq, okay? Because this is primarily to get the first 10,000 founders. This is what's going on right now during pre-launch. All right. So if you're selling a media package to another business, you might want to put that on hold until after the founders are put in place. Now, and if they want to be a founder, then they're going to be getting the commercials for Yereq to promote their Yereq affiliate site. Okay.
That
And
would have
that's,
been very good to know
yeah.
about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Because now they paid and they are a founder and they were expecting to be able to push their company.
Oh, I got you.
You
I
see what
got
I'm
you. Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened. Let them know that this is right now is just for the founders. We're getting the founders in place right now.
okay, well, don't be surprised if you all get a 30-second clip of somebody that's produced something, because I had to go with something because that's what we presented. You
Oh,
see what
that's
I'm
okay.
saying? So
That's okay. That's
so I
fine.
like to be a woman of my word when I'm presenting something and people are actually paying for it. We just have to be mindful of that. My
Right.
second question is, there was a form that went out, I believe, from you all's team. That was a Google form that you wanted us to fill out like by last Friday, and it had very intricate, detailed questions and specifics. The question is, did that ever make it to corporate? Because we were
Okay.
trying to get some things done, and so did that make it to corporate?
Yeah. Now, in reference to that form, that I don't know if that form had anything to do with corporate. I think somebody else had put that form out.
No,
And so,
yeah, that was not a corporate form.
yeah.
That was
So,
definitely not a corporate form. We put the word out to find out where that
hold on.
form came from.
Let me give you hold on. I could attest to this. Me and Dana created a form for our team to be sent out for our team directly, and that form was sent out from our team to other teams. Okay, we wanted to make sure that our team was organized. We have a non-official Google Doc form to make sure that we have all the information of who was missing commissions on our team. So that form was linked out to other members of the team that wasn't supposed to go outside of our team.
right.
So the information that we put in never
It's
made
safe.
it to the company.
Just so you know, it is safe. No compromise at all.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to know, like, all the information and the needs that we have are in that form.
Yes, and
So
it's still going to corporate.
okay.
Yes, so most definitely, it is still going to corporate. We were waiting for more, of our team members to fill it out.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check on that because it was quite a bit that I put in there, and that was pretty significant.
Okay,
And
yeah, they're
so
gonna
that
hear
would
it.
explain why I haven't heard.
They need to hear it.
Absolutely. So that would explain why I haven't heard anything yet, because it hasn't been submitted yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think it'll be like within the next week?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. We have, let's see who's next here. All right. We got Kendra. Is that Kendra? Yeah, come on up, Kendra.
You unmuted me, sir. So
Kendra, can you unmute? Hold on.
you unmuted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I unmuted the wrong person. Let me do this. Let's get back to Kendra. All right. Can you do it now, Kendra?
Yes.
There
Good
you go.
evening, everyone.
Gotcha.
How are you guys?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I wanted to comment on the funding that the gentleman was asking about for Sequoia.
Mm-hmm.
They do offer personal loans. It's under the GAP funding and on your website. And so you have, but it's like 30,000 is the minimum. So that 1,000, it wouldn't go for, it wouldn't fly. So I just wanted to let you guys know they do offer personal funding under the GAP tab.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And you have to
Right.
have like a 620 score.
Okay. That's good to know. And if you
Okay.
if you're a part if you're a part of Sequoia, what I suggest that you do too is go on the site, on the Sequoia site, and click on products and go through all of the products that they have so you can read up on those products so you can see
Right,
exactly
correct.
what they have, because they got a wider range of different products that they can help people with.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so I really encourage people to check that out.
They even
All right,
have a,
Brian,
Yes.
Like
I'm
Kendra was
sorry.
saying something.
Yeah,
yeah,
go
they
ahead.
even,
Go ahead.
you know, they even have a program that they accept you with 550, but you have to have collateral with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
right.
they say Sequoia Bank is totally different from Wells Fargo and Chase, because if a person goes to Chase, do their paperwork, they get turned down. But Sequoia, because we're brokers and we have over 500 different lenders, so we can, you know, more than likely we can approve a person when you keep more than a traditional bank like Chase, Bank of America.
Right.
Thank you, Kendra. We appreciate that. Now, Kendra, she went out to lunch with the CEO and Mr. Wu, and so she had got more information because she lives near where in Maryland where he lives at. So
Mhm.
she has a little bit more transparency and insight on, Sequoia lending. So that's why I was like, yeah, when she came up to speak, thank you, Kendra. We definitely needed that
You're
information.
welcome. You're
We
welcome.
do. So
Awesome.
yeah, so she has direct connections with Mr. Wu.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've spoken to Mr.
Awesome.
Wu too.
Awesome.
Matter of fact, me and Mr. Wu are getting ready to meet as well because I'm in his area as well.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Are you coming to the okay, so we got the DMV, Brian,
Yes. Yes.
we're setting that
Yes.
up.
Yes. That's right.
Okay. Okay, so we need to be in touch so that we
Yeah.
can communicate.
Exactly. That's
Okay, good,
fantastic.
good.
Fantastic.
All right.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. No,
Thank you, Kendra. Okay. So we got.
Kendra, right. Real quick, Brian, real
Uh-huh.
quick, before we get away from the Sequoia piece, and yeah,
Mhm.
Kendra, that was extremely valuable. Thank you so much for that. And Queen D, on that form, get with me on that form. I want to confirm a couple of things related to that form. And but back to Sequoia, everybody that's on this call, on this Zoom meeting, make sure that you get your people the word to make sure that they don't just go to Sequoia's website to look at the loans and apply for a loan. Make sure the first step is that they've signed up to be an affiliate of Sequoia. And that does come with the monthly fee, just so everybody is aware. It's like around $29 a month to be an active affiliate of Sequoia's, to get paid on their products. So you want to make sure that you are in the system. If you're not, get back with your sponsor to get their link. They should be in it. And if they're not, make sure that you express to them the importance of doing so, because a lot of people are missing that. They're missing the value behind being an affiliate, a $29.99 a month affiliate of Sequoia. Understanding that people are going to get finance, whether it's an individual or it's a commercial business owner or an individual. People are going to get financed, and when they do, you got to be in the queue to get paid on that. If you're not already doing your $29.99, you're going to lose that. That's money left on the table. So make sure you get back with your sponsor, get their link. If they don't have the link, express the importance of their getting in there and getting their link. Now, you can't force them. Somebody may say, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay $29.99. That's okay. That's on them. And if that's the case, then ask them to get you the link of their sponsor until you get a link. Make sure you get it from your lineage, one way or the other, but start with your sponsor and then work your way up from there if you need to.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's good information. Okay. Let's get Alan back up here again. Come on, Alan.
Hi, I got two questions. One is Sequoia lending international or only for Americans and Canadians?
I think Sequoia is just in America. Just
America,
in the US.
US, American and Canada.
In Canada, yeah, US and
Yeah,
Canada.
so
Yeah,
it doesn't make any
that's not
sense for me to
available in
join
your
the-
area.
Say again,
Okay.
Alan?
So it wouldn't make much sense for me to be an affiliate if I don't know much people in the US or Canada.
Well, I mean, you know, if you don't know much people, but if you know some people, they can sign up with your link. I didn't know you was a part of that, but if you know some people and they can use that information, that's a great benefit for you, an extra income for you. So just because
tried
you're over
looking
there,
at
you could be able to promote in the States or Canada.
Okay. Second
Okay.
thing that I was gonna ask, about those same commercials that you were talking about earlier. I heard Mr. Bryan said that I sent my zip code, right? I paid, this is my second month that I'm paying. I sent my zip code. But if they're sending 1,000 commercials a month, like Mr. Bryan assumed they're sending, shouldn't we at least see like some sort of like one sale in our back office?
It's not going to show up in this back office. It's going to be in your media back office. And we're
I'm in
not,
that office as well, but I haven't seen anything there.
yeah, because we haven't set up our media back office. We can have access to it, but we haven't set anything up yet.
Okay, so you're saying that when we set it up, we'll see sales from February?
No,
So
no,
what
that's
will
the company is handling that right now. We don't have that in our media back office yet.
I get you, but what will happen to the sales that they're supposedly sending out commercials for February and January, or what will happen to those sales that they sent out on our behalf?
If someone goes to your site in reference to one of those commercials and they order from your site, then you will get paid for sure.
That's what I'm asking, because if they send out 1,000 commercials on our behalf, this is my second 1,000. And really, there hasn't been even one person attached to the back office that came from those commercials.
Yeah, and I feel what you're saying, Alan, but here's the thing. We have no way of monitoring that right now. We don't.
Hoping soon.
Okay, that's only for corporate. And so we have no way of knowing that. But here's the thing. This is how I would look at it if I were you right now. Okay. Right now, because we're not doing our own media campaigns, then we have to trust that corporate is sending those commercials out because we have no way of knowing. But here's the thing. Those commercials is right now for me is irrelevant. Right now, I'm making an investment in Yereq, okay, as a founder. Okay, this is a $99 investment into Yereq. And that's the main thing that I'm looking at. And so when it comes to time to where I can do my own commercials, then that's when I know when those commercials are actually going out and the results that's coming from those commercials. But right now, the $99 that I'm paying right now is an investment in the Yereq company. Okay. And I get the benefit from that.
And I'm doing the same thing. The thing is that maybe $99 is not a lot for you, but for me, it's $201 actually.
Right. I
Right?
understand.
So
I got
it's
you.
different for everyone.
Right.
So you need to really like be aware that there are international owners. Not everybody that deals in American dollars. So it's expensive other places, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I,
So we're making a huge investment for me. I mean, and to not see anything, it kind of I'm still here, but it's just it gets a bit like
I got you. Yeah.
you know
And we get you 100%, Alan. So,
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
basically, I mean, if I can intervene, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. And I do understand that, but the TV ad commercials, even so that they offer that, does not guarantee you a sale either. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that too, but being positioned and being positioned to own a founders. I didn't join this because of the TV ad commercials. I'm gonna tell you that now. I joined this because I knew the vision of being able to have a share of a company that's going to bring in generational wealth for long term. Tesla's not even giving us shares of their company. So when you look at it, and we're gifted the shares. We're gifted the shares and we're gifted the tokens. That is, that is a blessing within itself. So I just want to make sure you just understand the vision. And I do understand that, a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and you're trying to stick with it and everything, and you want to see results. But when you get into a startup company like this, you're not going to see results that quick. But just trust the process.
Yes. And then also, bring in, refer people, because if you get 5, that will pay for your $99. Okay. That's another way of looking at it. But well, I totally understand and I feel what you're saying. And I agree with you. But this is business as well. So, we have
And
to
then
be mindful of that.
and then we left out the 5% of the pools too.
Right. And that's
That's
coming.
a bonus.
That's
That's a
right.
bonus too.
So yeah, so we understand you, Alan. We feel you. Trust me, we feel you. We feel you. Okay, let's we got Dan. Come on, Dan. Come on back up.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Those of you that don't know it, in regards to your shares, in order to get on the exchange, they have to be worth at least $1. That's just to qualify. So if you're paying $99, you've got $10. If you're paying $9.97, you've got $2,000. So that's something to think about, because they ain't gonna stay at no dollar. I promise you that. And we'll also have a chance to buy more shares. That's going to increase the value even more so.
That's right.
I just wanted to add that right there.
All right. Yeah, that's good information, Dan. Thanks. All right. So we got Pamela. Come on up, Pamela.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm out of Chicago, Illinois, but I just wanted to make mention of some things. A lot of questions are being asked about Sequoia, but Sequoia has a YouTube channel that details a lot of this information, a lot of the questions that everybody that's answered or
That's right.
asking. So if you can go to the YouTube channel and look up Sequoia Lending, it is everything in there from the comp plan, how equipment plans work, how commercial lending, and more. And they have a call, and you can join their Facebook group as well, and get in touch and leave messages and with them, and they'll be able to answer you. So there is a lot of information for Sequoia. Now, with
And I
regards,
just posted that in the chat too.
oh, great, okay.
Good. Mhm.
And answering just piggybacking on what we get in this for. We're getting, for me, I was sharing this with Coach D earlier. I got in Yereq for the long run, not for what I can make immediately, because I know that in 5 years, we're going to be making so much and it will change our lives forever. You have to look at the bigger picture and not just at the upfront picture, because this is a growing company, and once they grow, it's just like a seedling. You put it in the ground, it takes some time to even break through, but once it breaks through, it's gonna grow and live and change lives. It's going to feed us. So this is what I just wanted to put my 2 cents in and just try to encourage you all through the hard times. Right now, we're underground, but we're gonna break forth and really make a difference. Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you,
Thank you,
Pam, for that.
Pamela.
Thank you for so much for that. It's really great. And see, there you go. See, that's what teamwork is all about. See the team working together, okay, encouraging everybody. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's bring up Dwayne. Come on, Dwayne.
Check, check, 1, 2. Are you there? Can you hear
Loud
me?
and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, great. I was on my way home from an event, Black History event. And so I did some quite a bit of networking up in there and got some cards and contacts and people. I mean, every time I say something to people about this, you know, again, they light up, look like a Looney Tune cartoon. You got a face, that eyebrows go up, that smile exceeds their ears and everything. So, you know, when you have opportunities, folks, that you're around other people, business people, just that core of folk, don't pass up on that opportunity. I sent, actually, I came on, I put my hand up initially to answer some of the questions that some people were asking regarding Sequoia, that it does have a pretty extensive support factor with video training, of course, with the FAQ. A lot of information that you're asking is right there. So, you know, definitely utilize Sequoia. Sequoia is well ahead right now and ready to roll, where Yereq is still getting its feet up under him. So just reiterating the same thing that's been said all night. You just gotta be patient. Just look at this as a long haul. It's like setting up a gas station. You know, you're not gonna break with this huge profit. Give it some time. Give it a moment. Just gotta be patient with the process. And it was something else I wanted to bring forth. Brian, I sent to you and Arveldia the flyer that was approved by corporate for equity share.
Okay.
Did you see it?
No.
So it's pretty nice, very basic, simple, but they already have it approved. So you know, I'll offer, if anybody needs to have cards made for that, I'll let you know. Also, you guys are going to be out in Vegas next week, so you're going to get a lot of updated information that you'll be able to report back to us next Thursday. I hope we're having it next Thursday, because I think that's the night that they're actually having the final event, and it may conflict with this particular call. But I guess we'll find out as time develops, getting closer to that period. But you all will be getting quite a bit of information that you'll be able to share with us next week.
Right.
And you'll find out about the routers and all that good stuff, as well as the status on the training. So we're getting ready to go into a whole nother new month of event to get feedback on, to get an understanding on. So, you know, again, guys, just be a little more patient. We're getting there. We're inching along. Just do what you can right now. And I'm right now working with a church. We're supposed to be doing their final meeting next week to prepare to set up for their site visit, so that they can do the assessment and take back to offer them the final proposal, which will hopefully be the following week. So I'll keep you posted on the progress on that, just to, again, give them a chance to get their feet under them in terms of that process. And that way I can convey to you all what I experienced as they went through that. Sounds like Queen D had or working on similar projects right now. So we'll let you know. And we'll go from there.
All right. Fantastic.
Absolutely, Dwayne.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're going to be chronicling Dwayne's process as he goes through with his client. And we're going to be going step by step with that and letting you know what happens with that. So thanks,
Okay,
Dwayne.
good. Dwayne, I'm interested and looking forward to hearing from you about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you.
All right. All
With
right.
my
So
cartoon face.
all right, we got Rose. Come on up, Rose.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, I guess I have a couple questions too, and I have someone who has not been able to receive a confirmation email, and he's a founder. And we've sent multiple emails to the support emails. And so I need a little bit of help with that. And the other thing is, I can see that I was paid for him in my back office, but I don't see any of my frontline people in my back office. So once again, I've sent some emails to support, and it's been, weeks. So I am patient, but I just wanted to put that out there that, I'm just looking at that too, and just wondering when the new site is coming, and if that is just a quirk of this site that we have right now, and it'll be resolved with the new site.
Right.
The next thing I had a question about, how are we handling in the event that there is territory, like let's say two people go after the same company, okay? Is there anything being discussed about how that is going to be handled?
That's a good question, and we'll try to inquire about that, because that needs to be addressed. That does need to be. That's a very good question. I don't have the answer. Let me bring Arvelia back up and see if she has anything to say about that. Arvelia?
Yes, yes. I was just putting in the chat actually, that definitely has to be looked into. It has not, that statement has not been made that I'm aware of during my tenure with the company. So it's something that we'll make a note here and definitely look into it for sure.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, sure. Because some of us are going after corporations, and some people are going, after different things. And we're all in different states, but a lot of these corporations have offices around the country. They have regional offices and things like that, right? So somebody might call on them in Atlanta, but I might call on them in Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just wondered about something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, and the other thing is, I know we don't want to have free people, but the reason why somebody in my group wanted to do free is because they were waiting for their next paycheck, right? So they're like a 2-week cycle. So the question is, are we absolutely not doing anything free anymore because we want founders, of course? Or would someone be able to get that timeline to get that, so they can get to their next paycheck? They would sign up as free now, but then get to their next paycheck and then sign up as a founder.
Well,
That's in the
go ahead, Arvelia.
from the inside, that question or an answer for that, it's still in the air.
Okay.
It's been stated within the last week and a half or so, that the free pitch is behind us, that we just don't want to pitch that. Now, if someone signs up or they come to the table, they want to sign up, they do their affiliate agreement, they don't have the funds just yet that they can allocate comfortably, but they want to go ahead and get started. The best thing to tell them is to share and to bring others to the table, to get them to get set up so that they're covered. And within that next week following, the Thursday before 5 p.m. Pacific, they're going to have the funds to be able to cover it. So that's probably the safest bet right now. I do know for sure the last thing that I was privy to pertaining to that was, and this came from the CEO, that, and he hasn't put the time period on just yet. I haven't seen it just yet. When I see it, you guys are going to have already seen it just the same. However, when people come in, and for those of us that are already in and have not upgraded as of yet, the system's going to start purging. However, my understanding is that everybody will be given a heads up. So it won't just happen and all of a sudden you're like, hey, what just happened? I'm not in the system. You're going to have notice. So you'll know, a person will know how much time they have to do something. And the goal is to do something, even if it's not the 99, but it is to make sure that you get some people in the system, something. As long as they see some level of activity, you're not going to be purged. If they see no activity and you haven't upgraded, then you're going to be purged. Okay.
That makes sense. My next question, I think this is my last question. Do we have a approximate count of founders at this point in time?
The
I know.
last word was that we were at around, well, the last that I heard within the last week to 2 weeks was that we were around 5,000. However, that's not 5,000 founders. That's members altogether. Right now, today,
Right.
I don't know the final count, but what's been coming down the pipeline on average is that there's about a 20% conversion from free to a paid owner or founder on average. So there's probably 1,500, maybe possibly 2,000. The numbers did start jumping up quite a bit in the last week because of the statements that have been put out pertaining to members being purged before long if they haven't upgraded or there's no activity at all.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right. We got Kendra. Come on back up.
Okay, excuse me, hello again. I
Mhm.
wanted to, what is the gentleman that lives out of the country? He was talking about.
Yeah, that was Alan. Yeah, in Belize.
Right, in Belize. So the way it works with talking about paying the $29.90 or $29 to get your own site with Sequoia, right? And he was saying he doesn't know anybody in the United States. Well, I live here in the United States and I do better with cold calling, not even on the phone, but just introducing myself because a lot of us have family and friends that doesn't, support you. So that's no here, nor there. But what I wanted to say is for people that are in other countries, when they sign up for Sequoia, Mr. Wu said that they would need to, in order to get paid, it's better for them to have an LLC so he could pay their LLC because they don't have anything in place like Yereq where you sign up for that bank card and then you can pull your money from there. So I just wanted to let him know that if he
Okay.
decides to get, or he brings someone that's in his country that wants to be a consultant for Sequoia, because it would really behoove the person to do that because with Sequoia and Yereq, I mean, that's a perfect match, especially when you have people that want to finance, and of course they offer 100% financing as long as the paperwork is straight. So I just
Right.
wanted to let him know that. And don't be scared to, introduce himself to people in the United States because he will get people. You show the vision and they will come on. They see the vision. He wouldn't have no problems with getting people in both companies.
Right. Well, that's good advice. Good advice, Kendra. And yeah, I really encourage you. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
give up.
don't give up just because you're in another country. All right. Good advice. Thank you. Thank you.
And we are going to be in Sequoia right now. Like I said, they United States, Canada, Mexico, and we can do other countries, but it's just depending. So they really need to send the support to Sequoia when it comes to asking about that particular country. So it's a case by case, but
Right.
we do Canada and Mexico for
Right.
sure.
All right.
All
Great.
right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See, teamwork.
You're
There it
welcome.
is. Teamwork.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Richard, come on up, Richard. Can you unmute Richard?
Richard.
Richard. Okay. Richard disappeared on me.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
I'm on my phone, so I don't know how to work.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I just became a founder like 5 hours ago.
You said 5 hours ago?
Yeah.
Okay. You a straight up newbie, ain't you?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
And I wanted to know as a founder,
if I start a business, would they fund mine, or is that
Are you
for
talking about
non?
Sequoia?
Yeah,
Um, best way to find out is to ask them. So,
right.
get with the person that referred you, see if they're in Sequoia.
Yeah,
And
they
if
are.
okay, well, get with them and they can find out for you. Okay,
Okay.
because yeah, I know it's a little different for startups. If you're just a startup company,
Yeah, I'm a
it's a little
startup. Yeah.
different. Yeah,
Hmm.
but they may have some ways because tell you Sequoia got some stuff, man. They
Yeah,
got some programs.
I heard
Yeah,
up to 50 million is much.
yeah. So yeah, but see, ask the question and see what they
Okay.
say. That's all I can
Okay.
say.
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
all
Mhm.
right, buddy. All right, okay. Okay, we got Coach Jan. Let's get Coach Jan up real quick.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I just wanted to say this. I think it would be easier because just sitting here listening to everybody bringing up Sequoia, in your mind, guys, Sequoia is a totally separate business. And I think that's kind of the way we need to be viewing it as far as trying to get the information for that particular company. And that's going directly to those resources to collect those. Like it's been stated, YouTube's your upline.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's where you're going to get your true answers from. Because if you have an upline that's not in it, or I would say this, because again, guys, it's about verbiage. Your business partner above you is not in it. It doesn't mean you can't go to YouTube and do your own research and your due diligence for it. Um, like they said, they've got their own support groups that you can also affiliate yourself with. You're not stepping on people's toes when you're doing your own due diligence. I know a lot of people try to get salty, but if you want to go that step further to actually advance yourself, power is knowledge, but it's only knowledge when it's applied. Um, so the more knowledge you can chase and go after, the more powerful you're going to be and knowing what you're talking about. So I would definitely encourage that to anybody and everybody. But in your mind, just remember it's a separate business. You wouldn't want to go to one bank to talk to them about another bank. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing here. A lot of people are trying to merge the two together. They're not. It's a separate business. Um, and I think once we kind of sort that in our mind and then realize we're dealing with two separate businesses, it's going to lessen the confusion for many of us.
Right.
That's all I want to say.
Thank you, Jan. That was good. That was good. Yes, because Sequoia is a separate business, and they're just contracted with Yereq to be able to uh, fund these charges for your clients, your business clients. So it's a great marriage between the two. But understand, Sequoia is a separate business. You are a separate consultant or agent with Sequoia, separate from Yereq. So that's the reason why you can sell a charger to a customer, a business customer, get commissioned on selling that charger. And if that customer that you have needs to finance those chargers, then guess what? You can supply the financing through Sequoia. That's the whole effect that we have here. And so now that you're supplying the funding for that business to buy the chargers, it goes through you. Okay. And so now you get paid again on supplying the funding for those charges. So that's the unique position that we're in by being a part of Yereq and also signing up to be a part of Sequoia as well. So that's power. That's power. And we don't often get to be in these positions. Okay. So agreed with Jan. These are two separate things here, but it's to your advantage to be in both. Okay. All right. So Jan, you have your hand up. Did you want to come back up and say something? Let me make sure. Are you good? Okay, she's done. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Any other questions out there? Any other questions? This was great, you guys. This was great. See, this is how
Absolutely.
this is how we learn. This is how we come together. We help each other. We get all the information out to everybody, get everybody on the same page. You know, everybody has different talents, and we ask you to bring your talents to the table. Okay, we're working together, and you can do something that I don't do, and I can do something that you don't do, and we come together and we work together. Shoot, this thing can go to a whole nother level. Okay, so this is what this is all about. This is why we have this call. And that's one of the reasons why it was good to put this call on Thursday so we could have more time, so we can make sure that everybody understands what's going on. Okay. Again,
Absolutely.
we're going to be here. We're going to try to be here every Thursday at 8 o'clock for the team. Keep this thing rolling. Keep learning together. And and I'm gonna say this now ahead of time. I'm going to be in Vegas. Okay. We're going to continue to have this call on Thursday. Hopefully, I'll be able to get on here in Vegas, and we'll run this call, and I can be able to give you some insight of what's going on in Vegas. All right, so we can keep everybody informed. So if I'm there, guess what? You're there. Okay, that's how it's going to be. All right. So if anybody doesn't have any more questions, we're going to go ahead and end this call. I really, really appreciate everybody coming to the call. I appreciate everybody giving their input. That was very valuable. I appreciate you, Queen D, for coming in with your information and your leadership as well. And Arveldia, and we call her RV, y'all. That's RV to us. Okay. I bow down to
There
you,
you go.
my dear, and thank you for your insights and your leadership as well.
Namaste.
And we're gonna keep this train moving, man. Because hey, look, we got so much potential here, and we're gonna utilize it. We're gonna utilize it to the fullest. Everybody is a winner. Everybody is a leader. Everybody will benefit from what all of us do, and that's the key. Come on up, Dan. You the last one tonight. Come on up. What you got?
Get myself here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah. The first question is, I think the lady's name was Teresa. She said that if you process one loan, then Sequoia will pay that $29.95 or $99.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up. That's it. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's strong there. And then David asked a question about what exchange the stocks are going to be on, and we really don't know that yet, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just going through some of these questions that people are asking, just trying to get them answered for them. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
All
Okay.
right.
I think I'm good.
right.
Thank you so much.
All
Appreciate
right.
everybody. And thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
your leaders.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for being
Absolutely.
here. Thank you for being here. Thank
Absolutely, absolutely. Real quick, Brian,
you. Mm-hmm.
there've been a couple of questions in the background
Okay.
asking about getting a walkthrough. There are people that are still having some difficulties, not really totally sure of the process for going through the walkthrough to get to get your payment made. If we could, for those, if there's anyone remaining in this meeting that has the same type of question in terms of the process, how do you start? Once you sign up, where do you go? How do you get your link? Where do you go to make sure that you're paying in the right place? That sort of thing. If anyone would like to stay on, Brian, if you have time, we could put another additional 10 minutes into it and be able to get these people taken care of, and then they're good.
Fantastic. Let's do that.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent. So I don't have anything else other than that, so I'll stay on. So if you want to share the screen, I can go ahead and start walking them through.
Get this.
Or I'll do a screen share.
I got you.
Okay, all right.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Do you have it up already, RV? I can get it.
I can pull it up. I can pull
Okay,
it up. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. See if you can share your screen.
Okay. Let's see. All right. There we go. Let's see. So a shortcut, everybody. Anytime if you're in a situation where you're needing to go to your site, your replicated website, to be able to get your link because you may not have saved your link just yet, I encourage everybody to make sure that when you first sign up and let others know when they first sign up, and then you do your verification email when that's working properly. You get that, you log in. Once you log in, save both of your links. And this is only referencing the present site, of course. The new site's going to be different, but the present site, there are the two links. There's the default affiliate link and there's the network link. So nonetheless, for somebody that didn't save the links, the quickest route to get there is just to say, go to yereqgeo.energy, okay? yereqgeo.energy, and that'll take you to the home page. Once you're on the home page, another thing to keep in mind is from the home page, you can log in now. They've moved this button from the bottom left side vertical menu. They put it on the top where it says member login. So the quickest route to get there would be to click member login. Once you click member login and you go through the process to get into your back office, give me one moment here. Once you log in and you get into your back office. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here you've got your default, you've got your affiliate link, the default affiliate link. Okay. And then under that is where the network link is. Now, keep in mind and let others know, always when you first sign up, you want to say, first of all, you want to save both of these links so it's easy to get to. But for now, let's say we're going to copy the default affiliate link. That is your replicated website. Okay. Once you do that, you want to go into another tab, and from there, you go into another tab and paste your link so that it takes you to the home page. Okay, I'm back on the home page, but this isn't the main corporate. It's like the same site, but this is not the yereqgeo.energy site, the corporate site. This is the same site, the affiliate site, all right, the replicated site. This one is my site, for instance. Now I want to go to the top where this tab is. It says products. You click on products, and that takes you into your product page. This is where you make your payment. You scroll down, you've got limited time founder offer, monthly paid membership. This is where you do your $99 membership. Once you click there, unless you're doing the annual, which you save 2 months by doing so, you scroll down, and here you just doing one, make sure that's one. And then you scroll down a little bit more, and you're going to click add cart. Once you do that, and make sure you notice the notes here, this is old. We passed February 2nd. Let you know when the next set of commercials we're going to be running. So for now, anybody that would want to get commercials out the following month, make sure that you tell people to get their zip code of choice emailed in to the zip code email that's on that list that everybody should be sharing with all of their people from the beginning now, so they know what to reference, what department to reference a concern with. Nonetheless, you click on add to cart, and then we're going to continue shopping. So view my cart. You view the cart to make sure you got what you want in there. Okay, and then after you click checkout, then that is when, make sure it's not gonna actually charge me here, but this is basically where you do your purchases. For those of you that weren't completely sure where to go to do your purchase, it's from the product link on the home page, the product tab, And then it takes you there and it allows you to do the purchase of the $99 or of the annual, which you save a couple of $100 by doing so. It would be $11.88, but by doing the 12-month, the annual prepay, you're doing $9.97 instead. And of course, with that, you get more you get more bang for your buck. You're getting more shares
Now,
versus what you would get.
now, RV,
otherwise.
while
Yes.
you're on there, I know people have a question about wanting to upgrade to the annual. How would they do that?
Yes. That is a question that, and we talked about that on our last call, you and I, and Dwayne. That's the question that we still have to get an answer for from corporate. As far as that upgrade is concerned, a lot of people are basically, they're doing their month to month. And let's say you're at this point where you're saying, I want to go ahead and do the annual. Am I going to be credited for what I've done and not have to pay the full $9.97 going forward? Or am I going to have to pick up from today, or let's say for the first of next month, for instance, am I going to have to pay $9.97 then? That's the question that we're still looking for an answer to. Haven't gotten yet. However, think of it like this, and you'll want to make sure you send a message to corporate, because you can do it this way just the same. I want to pay $9.97 going forward. I want to get the next 12 months for $9.97. So I'm going to be paying for 12 months, or I'm going to be paying for 10 months, but I'm getting 12 additional months. I'm not going to be paying my $99 a month anymore. But the thing is that you want to make sure you're not going to continue to be charged, obviously, for that $99 that's already in the queue, already in the system, when you're also stepping in and paying your $9.97 to go forward. So we have to circle around and still get an answer to that. We will
Okay.
do what we can to try to get that answer by tomorrow,
Fantastic.
and
Fantastic.
then we could pass it on down the pipeline. Yes. So
All
I'm
right.
not sure if that answered the question there was a lady, a couple of people actually that asked that question during the meeting. And in terms of where to go to and how to make their payment. This is how you make your payment. So products, and then you choose the product, whatever that product may be. So for us, it's either the month-to-month paid membership, the subscription membership, it's the same $99.99, or you do the $9.97. Okay. And that's it.
Fantastic.
And I see they did move the Zoom link. It was at the top as well. So if anybody's waiting for a Zoom, or right now it's the same Zoom. However, you can come down to the bottom of the page, the menu on the left, there's a Zoom call link. And if you click on it, it'll take you into the Zoom waiting room. Just FYI. So no one ever has to wait for an update message about a Zoom meeting. And I think that's pretty much it. If
Okay.
anybody else has any questions pertaining to the website, raise your hand. I just wanted to make sure that we went ahead and put that out there. And we will be doing more of these walkthroughs, but an actual walkthrough of all the processes, that's coming. I'd like to start that actually next week, and to allocate that time following for those that do want to go through, that are new people that are needing that walkthrough that may not be getting it just yet. So in the meantime, I think we're good overall, Brian,
All right.
unless we've got
Fantastic.
some questions.
All right. Yeah, I got Dwayne. I'm bringing Dwayne up. Come on, Dwayne.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. I did want to address that, the concern regarding Sequoia on the promotion that they're doing, where if you submit an order in, that's for February based on what he stated. So it has to go through in February, which means you have very limited time. I'm hoping they extend that time frame, because it was kind of seemed to be more of last moment. But he said we'll be doing more of those promotions. I think the biggest picture, and I think it's just a matter of understanding the process. A lot of times people, and I've gone through that because I'm with a couple other lending programs or platforms. But a lot of people sign up for those, but no business ever transact for whatever reason, whether they don't go out and get it or they tried to put it through, but it didn't go through, didn't qualify
Right.
for whatever reason. So they'll do that to kind of put, so to speak, as you state, put skin in the game.
Right.
However, once you start doing or having submitting business, I think they're gonna, again, I'm just speculating, but I think they're going to, from what he states and the way he's speaking, that they're going to be, if you submit some business, there's no reason for you to actually have to continue to make a monthly payment. But until that happens, that's what that is. So that particular promotion is for February of this year at this time.
Okay. Teresa just put in the chat that they did extend it.
Oh, okay, cool. Teresa, did they state, Teresa's on here with us?
Yes, she just put in the chat that they did extend it.
Okay, what's the timeline that they have it extended to, Teresa? If she comes back on, she can just let us know. But I just
She
wanted to
said
bring that forward.
he didn't give a timeline.
Okay, cool. All right. So we got the whole year. Bet. Thank you, Teresa. We appreciate that.
See,
Teresa said it.
teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so cool. Thanks a lot, Teresa.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right, everybody. We did good tonight. We did good tonight. Again, hey, make sure everybody gets on the corporate calls tomorrow. Okay. Try to get the numbers up. Make corporate feel proud. Okay. Make them feel good. They feel good when they get a lot of people on the calls. So let's kind of support the corporate call if we can. And they do the presentation now as far as as talking about the industry and the EV chargers and all of that. So get as many people on the call as you can, and that would be great. So other than that, we'll be here next Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Any information that you have, bring it to the call. Any question that you have, bring it to the call. We're going to try to keep everybody straight. And again, I appreciate everybody coming to the call. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, because you could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here. And we really, really appreciate that. So with that, everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. And we'll see everybody next week. Good night, everybody.